Alright, time for another fantasy booking segment. This time we're covering Sacrifice 2011. Now, if you haven't checked out Victory Road and Lockdown, this is... you watch those two first, then come back to this video. Alright, because there'll be some stuff in here you won't necessarily understand. Basically, from here on out, we're continuing the story of Mick Foley's being able to book certain things, and Eric Bischoff's able to book certain things, but they can't interfere with each other's booking. They can't change each other's stuff. They can only add to it, stuff like that. Alright, we kick off Sacrifice with Kazianian continuing his run as X Division champion and facing Douglas Williams. Well, Douglas Williams doesn't manage to get the win, but he still looks competitive, and he almost defeats Kazianian. Alright, now we go to the Knockouts tag title situation. Now, Daffney and Winter are still tag team champions. They're Knockouts tag team champions. They're still both ticked off with the beautiful people, but the beautiful people haven't been able to get their title shot yet. Rematch yet, or their rematch, I think. Their match yet. Okay. So they're defending the titles against Madison, Rayne, and Tara, who don't manage to get the victory. Alright, then we go to the TV title match. The Pope's still TV champion. He's taking on the newcomer Crimson, and basically Crimson beats the heck out of him, but Pope still manages to get the victory through some deception and stuff. Alright, we're continuing the storyline with Eric Young and Samoa Joe. Joe gets betrayed by Okato during this time between Lockdown and Sacrifice, and Okato goes and joins up with Eric Young, and Joe challenges both of them to a match, and for the longest time, until the Impact before the pay-per-view, we assume there's going to be a handicap match, but Matt Morgan steps up and says, "Look, Joe, I don't think you should go into this alone. Chances are that they'll do something to cheat to win. Let me help you out." And Joe reluctantly lets him help in this situation. And what do you know? They still Joe and Matt Morgan managed to get the victory here. Alright, we go to the tag team title situation. Beer Money versus London Brawling. Now, London Brawling have managed to work their way up, and they've gotten the title shot, but they don't get the victory. Beer Money manages to get the victory here. Alright. Okay, now the Knockouts title. Mickie James versus Serita. Now, Mickie has gotten into another situation with Serita, but I reckon this would be an awesome matchup, and Serita manages to look competitive, but she doesn't get the victory, but comes very, very close. I'd have the finish be something along the lines of just as somehow Mickie manages to get that small package or that quick roll up out of nowhere and gets the victory. That's the way. Alright, now time for my favourite stipulation of the night. It's a 4-way match for the first entrant to the King of the Mountain. Now, I'd make a big deal out of this match. I'd say the King of the Mountain is returning for this year's Slammiversary, and we're having a big four-way at the pay-per-view to decide who's going to be the first entrant. And in this match, we have Hernandez, Rob Van Dam, Abyss, and Mr. Anderson. Now, Mr. Anderson is rubbing his hands together, thinking, yes, finally I got a chance to get my title back. Abyss, he's like crazy, and he still wants that. He's one of the few guys that actually has experience. Rob Van Dam, well, this would be his first run with it, but he's heard stories about how the King of the Mountain is such a great match, and Hernandez, who has seen the King of the Mountain and is glad that it's back, but it's all to prove that he is a Hispanic, can finally get a shot. But what do you know? RVD gets the victory here. He's the first one to go all the way, get into the match. Okay. But I'd also have that under elimination rules. I think Abyss would be the first one to go out, but it would come down, and then Mr. Anderson would get eliminated, and Hernandez would come down to RVD, and Hernandez. RVD managed to hit the 5-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now this would be the main event. The stipulation would be that this is a one-time deal. It's AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle this would be his one shot. This would be initially booked by Mick Foley, but Eric Bischoff would add the stipulation. It's one night only. If Kurt Angle loses, that's it. He can't get a title shot anytime in the future as long as AJ's champion. It's a way for Eric Bischoff to try and ensure that someone from Immortal could get in and do it. But basically their power would be very limited here. AJ would get the win, but this would be a blow-away match. If you've seen any of their previous matches, it would be on that scale. But yeah, AJ would get the Styles Clash 1, 2, 3. And they'd shake hands at the end of the match. Kurt Angle would be disappointed. Maybe there'd be even some screwy interference, but I doubt. I wouldn't necessarily want to put that in there, but I'd say that this would be a straight up 1, 2, 3 clean victory for AJ. Okay, but that's it for this edition. Please stay tuned. I will probably do a few more of these soon. The next one will be Slammiversary 2011. How I'd book it for this storyline.